I was hoping today would want to be one of them days. I'm medicated. Take two. I was hoping today would be one of them days where I throw the rods out before I go live, and I had to go live early because the rod went down. It ain't one of them days. Oh, for any of you guys that watched Stand Day this morning, I managed to catch a nice little 20-pound blue cat. Beautiful fish. Caught him out there just off the edge of them rocks. Same place we've been getting them in this spot. Right off the edge of them rocks. I hate fishing them rocks. But that's where we're pulling the fish out, so we throw in there. Lose a lot of weights in this spot. I wish there was some way I could go out there and get under that water and pick all them weights back up. I'd probably break the axle on my truck from all the lead that's out there. But, man, y'all need to quit shooting over this way. You sprinkled me with bird shot a while ago. They're over there shooting pigeons, shooting this way, and every now and then it just rained shot down on me. It don't hurt. It just feels like somebody gently pinching a rock on you. Anyways, where was that? Oh, we managed to land a 20-pound blue cat on Stand Day earlier. And if you follow the pattern every Sunday, I either catch a fish on Stand Day or I catch a fish on my show. I don't know if I've ever caught a fish on Stand Day and my show in the same day. So that pattern kind of makes you want to just say, okay, caught a fish on Stand Day. Ain't no point in doing it live now. Got that one fish out of the way. Might as well pack up and go home. But you know us, we're rule breakers. We like to try to break patterns. So we're going to throw these rods out, see if we can't get a fish on our show instead of catching them all on Stand Day. You know what I'm saying? Let's pop back in here and see who all's in here right now. And it says, I see there's Mike Sappy. What's up, Samson? Samson. I said it backwards. I'm medicated, you guys. If I wasn't, I probably wouldn't be here. Don't hold against me. Mike Simpson, hey Sappy, got it right that time. And then I saw Pontoon Jody popping in here. She says first, Sappy told me I could be first. If Sappy told you can be first, then you can be first. So Jody was first. Sappy allowed it. Hillbilly Moonshiners in the house. What's going on? Guerrero Bagre. I'm gonna keep looking over my shoulder, you guys, because we're baited up with all shad right now. I threw the cast net out this morning. I got a carp, a bunch of little baby chubs, and 2 shad. And we're on our last shad right now, so we baited up all 3 rods. We cut that shad up. And since we've been catching our fish on shad, we're going to maximize that effort. We'll use that shad up, and when it's gone, then we're going to go to the chubs. And I have some frozen shad. It don't look real good to me. I'm just telling you. So, you know, we may cut up that live carp and do something with him. I don't know. We'll try it. But everything I've been catching has been on shad. So we got all 3 rods bait up with shad right now. 922 Coffee Barbecue. What's up, Bobby? Just spent the morning fishing with Bobby on Stand Day. Great guy. Love him to death. RCT for life, brother. Mid-County Fishing. What's up, Levi? Oh, man, I got to get this camera level. I can't stand for it to be wonky. You know what I mean? Usually those rods go down when I'm not looking. That's why I keep looking back. Let's see. Misplaced Country Girl, Denise. Welcome in. Small Water Charters. My brother John. That's Jon for all y'all that didn't know. Because you put an H in, he's going to tell you get the H out of here. Mary Mercifer, my sister from Canada. What is up from across the border there, girl? Love you to death. Thank you for popping in. Big time supporter. Awesome lady. Rowdy Royal, welcome in. Jeremy Holloway. What's going on, Jeremy? Jeff Henson, let's go, let's go. Man, I'm trying, brother. We cut our gear down to, because, you know, like I said, you know, I got a little bit of health issues going on right now. So I carried about half the gear down here that I normally carry to kind of lighten the load and make it a little easier on me. So instead of 6 rods a day, we're fishing with 3. We brought half of everything. So we cut back to half. So we only got 3 rods out, but that's fine. They're out there in the best spot that I figured that I've ever fished here. I know where those fish lay at in this spot. So I've got all 3 of those rods there, shotgun pattern on that particular spot. And hopefully we'll pick up another fish. We caught one on Stand Day. Hopefully we'll pick up another one here in a little bit. I don't know. This will probably be a short live today. I say that every time. But it was raining on me earlier. Not bad, not pouring, just sprinkling down. Real cloudy. The wind's still blowing pretty hard. The rain's moved out, as far as I can tell. It ain't here now. But we still got the wind blowing a little bit. So, you know, it is what it is. We're going to work with it, see if we can't come up with a catfish out of this hole. We shall see. We'll give it our best shot. We'll give it our best shot. How do you make out with your injury with your neck and back? Well, it's in my neck, Mary. I've got two bone spurs. One's pressing on a nerve going down my shoulder and my left arm. The other one's pressing on a spinal cord. I have a consultation with a neurosurgeon on the 12th of November. I go see him, and they're going to tell me what kind of surgery they're going to do. It's still there. I'm just really medicated right now. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying right now it's a necessity. I'm in pain that you wouldn't know about right now because I don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? I've dissipated it just a little bit. I can see colors. Or I can hear colors. I can't talk. Mine needs to get right now. I need to concentrate on fishing. But anyways, yeah, they got me on some pretty good meds right now, so that's how I get down here and fish. Or I'm basically sitting on the river just numb. But no, I have a consultation with the neurosurgeon on November the 12th. They wanted to do it a little earlier, but I've got a tournament next week. It is the Surprise Partner Tournament. And I have never missed that tournament, and I'm not missing it this year. So we rescheduled an appointment, bumped it back a week, which, I mean, everybody that knows me knows that was probably really stupid. They have no idea how much I want to fish this tournament. The Surprise Partner Tournament is one of my favorite tournaments, and I just can't bear the thought of missing that. So we're not going to miss it. We're going to be there. We're going to be fishing that tournament next Saturday, okay? And once that's done, then I'll slow down. I promise you guys, I'll slow down. So, I may not be as active in the social media as I was. I'll still be watching. You know what I'm saying? But I probably won't be as active as I was in there for a little bit. We'll see. I don't know what's going to go on with it. I don't know what's happening. I don't understand what kind of surgery they want to do or anything. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm a guy that tries to catch catfish. And there's a big jump between those two things. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm hoping we can at least pull one more fish out of here for you guys today. That was a beautiful, beautiful blue cat. If you missed it on stand day this morning, we threw Black Betty out there in them rocks, and then no time at all, boom, she was down. Reeled him in, got that fish on the bank, held him up. Everybody got to see him. His lip was like this. He had a lip like that. So his bottom jaw had been broken at some time or another, but the bone went back together and it healed up. He's good to go. He's just going to do shit. Hey guys, what's going on? That's what he looked like when I pulled him out of the water. But man, it's amazing catfish. I love that fish. It was cool. I like catching them. Okay. What did I miss? See, I get rambling, man. I get way behind. Try to go back to where I was. Okay, there he is. Mary said, how'd you enjoy? Okay, yeah. See, everybody saying hi to everybody. Bobby saying hi to Denise. Denise saying hi to Bobby. Kevin Fishes, what's up, Kevin? Dude, I'm trying to set up a thing that I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull it off or not. We were gonna do the fall skip trip, and we were gonna get a bunch of guys together and come over to Kentucky Dam, and we were gonna have some guys coming up from Louisiana too that were gonna come over and meet up with us. Mr. John Cyclone from River Cats Tackle, the main guy there. He was talking about coming up. Of course, Josh Dunning, Jerry Parker, Richard Cluck, a bunch of us. I've still got that in the works. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull that off, but we're going to try to come over to Kentucky Dam one more time this year and see if we can't do a little skipjack fishing, get us some shad, stuff like that. we'll see how that plays out. Okay, we've been kind of spitballing the idea, but nothing in concrete yet. You know what I'm saying? Nothing in stone. See here. Praying for you. Thank you, Mary. Bless you. Appreciate you. Everybody saying hi. Fireball will help. It does, but I have to drive home too. That's why I'm going sparingly on these medications. But I don't take a lot of medication, so even the sparingly gets me a little, wonky sometimes. I'm not taking them as prescribed. I'm taking less than they told me to take. Okay. But when I get home, I'll take what they prescribed. Because by the time when I go fishing like this, I'll cut my meds in half so that it doesn't make me too, what I'm saying. But when I get home, by the time I get home after we are fishing, I ain't gonna lie, I'm hurting a little bit. It's got a little bit, I know something's going on there. I got a pinched nerve in my neck from that bone spur, and I can feel it down my shoulder and my left arm. You'll see me a lot of times. I'm stretching that arm and trying to keep that working. I've lost some muscle mass. I didn't have a lot of muscle mass in the first place, but I'm losing some muscle mass in my left arm because I'm not using it that much. And I'm starting to feel that a little bit. But that's not what we're here for today. We don't worry. We don't care. Everything's going to be all right, be all right, be all right. We're here trying to catch catfish or just hang out with each other. That's what we do every Sunday. It's the DSO fishing show. It didn't say the DSO catching show. It said DSO fishing show. I bring y'all out here and we just go fishing. I bring you the good and the bad and the ugly. The good is when we catch the fish. The bad is when we don't. I ain't finishing that. But it's always a good time seeing you guys in here. Man, I am turning around on this rock kind of at a bad angle. Trying to see this camera and trying to keep where I can see those too. All right. Man, it's shooting again. Boy, that boy's just pepper spraying me over here. People saying hi, people saying hi, people saying hi. Well, I'm starting to get hungry early. There's Steve Hooker Thomas. Got to fish with him this morning too. It's always great hanging out. Man, I tell you what, you just run into some of the coolest people on stand day. And then, on YouTube in general, man, I just flat enjoy hanging out with everybody. Great friends, great people. Love y'all to death. You guys are awesome. What's my name? Okay, I'm just reading everybody saying hi to everybody. Hold on here. Let's see. There's Mr. Tully. What's up, Tully? Canning applesauce. The tomatoes could basically be done canning today. Nice. She's gonna have some pork chops and applesauce. Y'all gotta be a little bit older to understand that. That was Peter Brady. Pork chops and applesauce. Y'all go, what the hell's he talking about? Well, you're too young to remember, probably. Oh, quiet man, Curtis. What up, Curtis? Good to see you, brother. Let's see here. Saying hi, Wabash Nate. Good afternoon, welcome in. Burrito, catfishing lady. Lisa Swain. Lisa Swain in the house, my PB buddy. Anybody that knows me and Lisa Swain knows why she's my PB buddy. Because we both call her PBs on the same time, almost on the same day. I think when she was reeling hers in, I was reeling mine in. On two different channels. Didn't even know it till the end of the day. That's a great day right there, Tater. You bet it was. I have to block the sun out of my eyes to try to see this. And I got lenses on, glasses are all scratched up, so my left eye is basically useless. I'm looking at the screen. I can't see crap. That camera still seems like it's a little wonky. Right there. That looks a little more level. Where's that line going to? I gotta look back every now and then, you guys, because I can't see them rods on this screen. It's too dark. See, everybody's saying hi. Everybody's saying hi. That daggum sun. Uh, weather is better there. It is now. Um, we had some scattered clouds this morning. That still looks crooked to me. Why is that camera not lining up right? We had a few small clouds go over this morning. Got a little sprinkled on, and which I don't mind the rain and I don't mind the wind. I just don't like the combination of the two because you get a little bit of rain on you and the wind's blowing. It'll put a chill down your spine every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I don't like being that cold anymore. Just my blood's thinner, and I don't have the resistance to the cold. Uh, 9:22. Dang camera died. Oh well, still fishing. Well, that sucks. Can't run from ugly, Danny. You can't. It just latches onto you. It's like tar. It sticks to you and don't come off. You can scrub all you want. It ain't going nowhere. We don't mind. Okay. Everybody said hi. That would be March 2nd, 2024 that we caught our PBs. Yes, it was. It was March 2nd. God, it don't seem like it was that long ago, though. But it was. It just don't seem like that long ago. That's crazy. Hell, to me, it seems like just like 3 months ago. Now you tell me it's March 2nd. I'm like, oh, wow. My, how time flies when you get old. The older you get, the faster time flies. I'm telling you. You can blink and you're like, crap, one foot closer to the grave. Let's see. Curtis Bazzola, good afternoon. How are y'all doing today, everyone in the chat? Where are you fishing at? I am on the Mississippi River down in southeast Missouri, near a little town called New Madrid. I've been fishing a lot of Sundays here, especially lately, because, like I said, I've got the health issues going on. This is the closest spot on the Mississippi River to my house. Okay. It takes me about 20 minutes to get here driving, 25 depending. The normal spots that I fish are basically on the other side of that little landlocked spot right there. It takes me another 20, 25 minutes. The spots I normally fish takes me about 45 minutes to get there total. This spot here, my wife says, I want you to stay close to the house, as close as you can. So she can drive straight from the house, straight to here, without having to go down any back roads or woods or nothing like that. It's blacktop all the way to this spot, pretty much. And anyways, it's a long story about where I'm at, you know. New Madrid, the city of New Madrid is on the other side of that island right there. It's right around up in there. And I am downstream from the city of New Madrid, Missouri, on the Mississippi River in southeast Missouri. Missouri. That's where I'm at. Let's see. I'm on the river set up right now. If you want to drop a link, heck yeah, Levi. I'll get you. I'll get you. Michael, good day, Mr. Daddy. Well, welcome in, Michael, and good day to you. Let me drop this link for Mad County. Good buddy of mine fishes with Jerry Parker all the time. You guys have seen him. If you watch Jerry Parker, you've seen Mad County. Okay, let me do that. Let me get Mad County up in here. Get my buddy Mad County up in here. That is copied. Go there. Hit that. Paste. Did I do that wrong? Crap, I think I did it wrong. Man, I messed this up. Is that Brandon Clark Island? Yes, it is, right there. They kicked him off. Brandon took the kayak and went out to that island, and he took 10 items for 10 days. And I think he got sent there like 1 or 2 days, and they came in there and said, "This is private property. You can't be here," and which I think is bullcrap. I don't think anybody owns that. Let me try to paste this comment again. Let me try that. Did that work? There you go, Levi. Hit that. Hit that for me. Hit that for me. Let's get it going, buddy. Yes, Brandon Clark. That the water, Mississippi River goes all the way around that landlocked land right there. And Brandon put 10 items in a kayak and paddled out to that island. He's going to spend 10 days with 10 items. And they came out there and told him he had to leave. So we didn't get to watch that. We didn't get to see that, which was a total ripoff. I don't know why they didn't just leave him alone and let him do it. I wish they had, because I was really looking forward to that, because I was going to try to, on the last day, go out there and meet him on the island on the last day of his 10-day trip. But they didn't let him do it, so that sucked. So at least I feel ancient. Man, I got that one line. The current just pulls it way down there every time. I just have to keep an eye on them. I'm almost certain that camera just looks like it's off to me. Why do I keep having to adjust it? Yeah, Brandon was going to stay on that island for 10 days, and that's a pretty good sized island. I mean, it's big enough that it's got deer, coyotes, and all that stuff that live on it. But they wouldn't let him stay there. I said, well, that just sucks. It's just wrong. I tell you, it's wrong. But there's another island upstream. I'm going to talk to him about it. He needs to go fish that island upstream. Island in the stream, that is what we are. You know what I'm saying? There's more than one island in here. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Fish. I ain't never skinned no cat, but I've skinned catfish. Them lines is dead in the water right now. So we're just going. I think I called up there, everybody. Man, that camera just, I don't, maybe it's just the angle of my chair. Maybe that's what it is. Everybody's still saying hi to everybody. I'm waiting for Levi to come in. I dropped the link for him. He says he's set up and ready to go. Ethan. Come on, buddy. Where you at? He fishes up there with Jerry Parker, so hopefully he's got good signal. He was watching us. Yeah, we'll be out here for a little bit today. It's not too bad. But I ain't going to stay for as long as I normally do, or I'm not planning on it. Because like I said, oh, that rod there has got a ton of slack dropped in it. A ton of slack dropped in it. What is up with that? Just give me a second. I'm keeping an eye on that first rod right there. When you got slack, when you got a rod pulled real tight and fast current, and he drops slack, then you don't see that very often unless there's something going on. I don't know if I missed anything or not. There might have been pulling that down when I wasn't looking. I don't know. Y'all's watching. I'm not. I know y'all can see them rods okay. I'm pretty sure you can. Not seeing it. Okay. I'm going to drop it again. Let me do it again. I'm going to start all over from scratch. I'll start from scratch. Is that it? Did I get it? Dude, I done messed my screen up. What have I done? Why is this messing up? Hold on here. My dad, before he passed, he worked on a push. in South Louisiana, and he caught 5 and 10-pound catfish. Nice. Man, why is that not posting for me? I got to do it a while ago. Why am I doing that wrong? Crap, what am I doing wrong here? Let me try it one more time. There it is. There's the link. I got it in there. Warren Farley! Warren Farley has done more to support Danny Stone Outdoors than pretty much anybody I can think of. Warren, man, he takes care of me. He's sending me a lot of free stuff and everything. And he says because he enjoys the show, but everything, he don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. But man, I tell you what, Warren sends me some really cool stuff, man. He does. And he's got some things that he's sending me right now. I'm not going to tell you what it is because they actually had to send it in 3 separate shipments. And when I get that, we're going to do a video and show you what Warren sent me because it's going to be something that it's going to be really, really handy. And I can't wait for you guys to see it. Hell, I can't wait for me to see it. I ain't got it yet. But I'm pretty excited about it. But no, Warren, I always pay homage to Warren because not because he does a lot for me, it's because, Warren shows me a lot of love as a brother, man. He does. And Warren, you don't have to do that stuff, but man, I tell you what, he's just one of the most generous and awesome people that I've ever met. And I appreciate what he does for me. It means a lot. But I've been watching Warren Farley long before he knew who I was, so it don't matter. I've always been a Warren Farley fan. John Dodge Catfishing, how you doing? Welcome in. Mike Lockhart, have y'all had any rain there lately? We had some scattered showers this morning, but I think they've moved out of here. It wasn't a pouring rain, it was just drizzling. This river has dropped. We were here last Sunday, same spot. This river has dropped another cotton picking foot since last Sunday. It's just slowly drying up. It's bad. If you look across to Kentucky, see all that sand on the bank? Look at that. That looks like clouds over there. That's sand blowing in the wind. You got sandstorms over there in Kentucky. That whole bank is just solid sandbar for as far as you can see. Okay? From one end to the other, it's all sandbar. And I don't know if you guys can see that sand blowing in the wind over there. That's in Kentucky right now, where I'm straight across from. But yeah, that's all that sandbar that's out of the water. Get right there. That middle rod keeps getting swept way down that way. I ain't really liking that much, but you know what? We're just gonna let it be. 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 Yeah, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. That's just a long way of saying I ain't touching that rod. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Now, hopefully it'll drift around out there and run into a catfish's face and hit him in the nose and he'll get pissed off and bite the bait. That's what we're hoping for. Because I'm fishing that big eddy. You know, guys, you've seen me fish this eddy pretty much every Sunday for the last few weeks anyway. The current is flowing that way. The Mississippi River is flowing that way right there. But there's a big eddy here and it turns around. And so where my rod's at, the current is going upstream. It's going against the tide. You know what I'm saying? So out there, it's going that way. Right here, it's going that way. And I throw my rods out there, and they go downstream till they pull tight. And then they get caught in that eddy, and then they come all the way back around, and they pull back that way. I don't throw big heavy weights here. People say, you need to throw heavier weight. so that rod will hold where you're throwing it at. Well, you're right about that. If I throw the heavier weight, if I threw like a 10 ounce or 12 ounce out there, it probably hold. I'm throwing generally, my favorite weight to throw here is about a 4 ounce, which is light compared to what everybody else throws here. Now, let me tell you the secret to my insanity. All right. The thing is, though, fishing in a rocky, revetment, rebar, uh, concrete slab spot, you're going to lose weights. That's why I'm using the 3-weight rig with the break off line on the weight. Now, I throw that weight out there, that 4 ounce, and it drags around until it finds a spot that it locks into and hangs on to. All right. But basically, that line moving around out there would be like me dragging baits sitting on the bank, and all I got to do is throw it there and let it go. It just moves around all over the place. And hopefully it bumps into a catfish, you know what I'm saying? But you're going to lose your weight when you throw it out there. That's why I don't go with a heavy weight. Hold on here. I got my boy in the basement. Can you hear me, brother?
What's going on?
Can you hear me? Hey, waiting on you to come up here and catch fish with me. What do you say? Let's do it.
It's getting pretty windy here.
Yeah, I can tell that. Yeah, you got a lot of wind. It was blowing that hard here earlier, but now that county is way upstream. He's about 2 hours north of me. So all them storms that blew through here this morning, they're just now getting to him. And you got one of those Jerry Parker hair curlers?
I need to get one.
That's a little better there. It's not. You must have turned your camera where it's not directly in the wind or something. That quieted it down quite a bit. Well, it was loud when you first came on. Yeah. Well, if it gets real bad, you just mute your mic and then unmute it when you want to talk. Because if I mute it and you catch a fish and I don't see it, yeah, that wind is ripping, buddy.
Yeah, I got it. I'll mute myself until I'm ready.
Just come back on when you catch a fish. Or if you got something to say, you don't have to wait till you catch a fish. If you got something to say, just unmute your mic. But that wind is kicking your butt, man. It's wearing you out. Mike Lockhart, would flathead bite really good in November? I would say no. I've never caught a flathead in November, ever in my life. I've been fishing this section river. Oh, God, I hate to say it. For 50 years, I've been fishing here. I've been fishing this since I was an 8-year-old kid. My dad first brought me over here to the river when I was probably about 7 or 8, somewhere around there. And I've been hooked on this river ever since. I'll be 59 years old on November the 28th. So, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. For my birthday this year, I can't do it for everybody. But the majority of y'all, I'm gonna let you take off work on my birthday. I'm gonna make some phone calls to your bosses. I ain't gonna be able to get all of them, but I'll get all of them I can. But I'm gonna fix it where you're off work on November 28th on my birthday. You're welcome. That's this kind of stuff I do for y'all, you know. There's my River Cast Tackle brother Lance, my cool guy of fishing. What's up, Lance? Mike Irvin, welcome in. Did I see somebody say something about NJ? NJ's been out fishing all morning. Let's see. Missouri is down 10 feet. Dude, it's hitting me here too, man. The water's dropping like crazy. Yeah, there's NJ. NJ, what's up, buddy? Started out watching this morning, then I had to go catch bait and stuff. So to get over here to get stand day, so I was late for stand day. I started blaming on you. I said I would have been on time, but I was watching NJ Fishing Maniac this morning, and you know, think about it. It's freaking weird. You're sitting there looking at the clock, going, "Okay, I need to get going. I got to get to the river to get set up for stand day." But I started watching NJ, and there's something about watching NJ. You just get kind of mesmerized and locked into it, and you're sitting there and you look over at the clock and you go, "Oh crap, man! I'm freaking watching NJ and forgot to watch the clock, and I'm late because he'll draw you in." You know what I'm saying? And so I blamed everything on my buddy NJ. Why was you late? Freaking NJ, man. He's over doing his thing, and I'm watching it. Next thing I know, I look, the clock's gone. It's all his fault, 100%, no doubt. But man, he has been killing it on the live streams, man. I tell you what, absolutely doing a fantastic job. Um, in my opinion, one of the most entertaining live streams out there right now. If you haven't checked out NJ Fishing Maniac, dude, the guy is a hoot, man. Uh, gets out there, whether he's catching fish or not, you're gonna have a good time watching him. So make sure y'all check him out. Great guy, good friend of mine, and love him to death. That is one of my brothers right there. He does a great show though, a great live stream. You guys should really check it out. And he's been drawing a lot of attention lately from a lot of people. Watch him every morning. He's out there. And absolutely, you got to. I mean, um, he's become one of my favorites to. A lot of times when I'm driving going to work, if he's live, that's what I'm watching on the way to work. Because he goes live early sometimes. It's a blessing for me. I love watching his show in the mornings before I go to work. Fishing the Mid-South, who is Mr. Zepco. Mr. Zepco, that is that company fishing with Jerry Parker all the time. If you don't know him, you need to watch Jerry Parker more. Matter of fact, Jerry, man, I think he's fished a bunch of tournaments with Jerry lately. He's about 2 hours north of me. Let it be, let it be. Now I got that song stuck in my head. I hate that. Why did I sing that song a while ago? Crap. Now I can't get it out of my head. I need to name one of them fishing rods Sally. That way I can go, lay down, Sally. That'd be cool. Sing it when they do it. When she bends over, lay down, Sally. What the hell is that? Oh, y'all can't see it. There's a whole flock of turkeys running across that sandbar over there. Man, they are getting it. It ain't turkey. Well, it is turkey season. Archery. You can shoot him with a bow. I can't hit him from here. Hell, that's 3/4 of a mile across there. Man, that thing is getting it. He is running. That one out front, he's leaving the rest of them behind. Yeah, a whole flock of turkeys walking out there, and there's one. He's just taking off like a rocket, man. He is running. Something wrong with that bird. That's the Forrest Gump of the turkey bunch. When I was on the sandbar, if I was on the sandbar, I was running. And the rest of the birds say, man, that guy's stupid. Look at him go. I wish I could zoom this camera and y'all can see that big old bird over there. I'd eat him. If I had my choice, I prefer wild turkey, not the moose, although that's not bad. Between a store-bought turkey and a wild turkey, I'll take a wild turkey hands down. Flavor is way better. They grow up eating bugs, nuts, berries, and shit like that. And, whoops, I'm medicated. Oh, dirty word slip out. I'm sorry. Lord, forgive me. It happens. It'll be all right. Flock of turkeys on a sandbar sounds like they'll be there for a while. Yeah, they're running the length of it. I don't know what it is. Something chased them out of the woods and they're running down the sandbar. What they'll do is they'll run down that sandbar and they'll cut back into the woods and try to get away from whatever's chasing them. Probably a damn coyote. Them things are so thick around here, I can't stand them. Freaking coyotes are crazy around this place. Can we get a fish? I ain't even been looking at them rods, man. That boy Eric, what up, what up, what up? Turkeys on a Sandbar. That's the name of a band. Bushwater's just a sloshing from all this wind whack happening today. I can sit here in this chair and go to sleep. Just listen to that river splashing on the bank. It's quite relaxing. I need to record that and play it on a little speaker beside the head of my bed every night. It'd put me right to sleep, I guarantee it. Can I get a bite? Can I get a bite? Y'all see all that revetment right there in front of me? That was all covered with sand last week. All that concrete was covered with sand, and the waves washed all the sand off of it and cleaned it off. Now that dot running around in front of my eyes is cotton picking bug. Lay down, Sally, rest you in my arms. Look at that sun come out. It's getting warm here now. I actually was kind of enjoying that cloud cover this morning. Just didn't enjoy the rain that came with it. It's nice and cool, relaxing. If that breeze wasn't blowing, I'd probably be sweating already from the sun shining on me. Got all shad on there. I may pull up that closest rod and put one of them creek chubs on there and see if that makes a difference. Something got a hold of it earlier and broke the sinker off there, and the float was down there. I had a spook on there, and it was bouncing off the bank down there, and I didn't even know it. I looked, my line was dragging that way because the weight come off, so the spook floated to the top and was bouncing off the rocks on that point down there. I had to fix that right before I went live. I said, oh crap, there ain't even no weight on that. And the cotton picking chub was gone that I had on there. I threw a whole live chub on there, hooked him through the tail and threw him out. So something got a hold of him and broke the weight off and got off the hook. I never even saw it happen. Wasn't paying no attention to it. Where'd that turkey go? He went back up into the woods, I think. I don't see him no more. Can I get a takedown? It'd be nice. What you got going? I heard you come back for a minute.
Big takedown, big takedown.
All right, I got you. Go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing. Here we go. Here we go. That right there is Mr. Zebco. He's working it. He's fishing up there around where Jerry Parker fishes at, in case y'all's wondering. I can't reveal the exact spot in Jerry Parker to have a freaking cow. But there's a lot of big fish up in that area. All right, let's go. Let's go. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? I can almost guarantee you it's going to be a blue cat from where he's fishing at. Oh, I seen something out there. Yeah, here we go. Get him, get him, get him. And he's about a 2-hour drive north of me where he's fishing at right now. And Edgar had a heck of a day yesterday. He caught quite a few. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Let's see what he's got going on here. All tangled up. Been there, done that. Yeah, if you guys never watched Lance McCougar burbot fishing, you need to check that out when he gets started on that. That's something I'd like to do too sometime. Go up there and get some of them burbot. In case y'all was wondering if you just came in, why he's bike muted. We got wind blowing here today on the Mississippi River, and it's way worse on him where he's at right now than it is on me. May try for some brown trout in the morning. There you go. Heck yeah, brother. Nice one. Nice one. That'll work. That'll work.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
How about that?
Oh yeah. That is nice.
Is that a good picture?
That's great. Just click to your it'll be your left, I think, a little bit. Right there, right there. All right, hold right there. I can get a screenshot off that later and send it to you.
Now I'm gonna get a weight on it real quick.
Go for it. Fishing for brown trout. I turn brown trout loose every morning right after I drink my cup of coffee. Let's see what he wound up with. I'm guessing about 17 or 18. I may be off though. What is it?
I don't know if you can see that. 15.36.
Nice. I was guessing it was about 17. That's pretty good fish. See if you can get us another one, buddy.
Hey, I needed that one. I'll hold it up one more time.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, I skunked out the past 6 or 7 trips. I needed that, buddy.
Oh, that'll work. That'll work.
There you go. Woo!
He's a happy man. Happy man. You have no idea. When you go out and you fish as hard as you can, and you go 3 or 4 trips in a row without catching anything, man, I don't care how big it is. It just feels good when you see that rod finally get a bite.
Oh, he had me scared, buddy.
Did he?
He was caught up in my other line, wrapped around it about 6 times.
Well, that one I caught this morning, he went around both of my lines, but he was just like went under them. So all I had to do was like reach over there and get him off of them. But
He still got me on full screen, by the way.
yeah, now is that the first fish you caught since the last time? The last fish I know that you caught was, I think it was about a 6-pounder that you went out with Jerry Parker and caught.
Yeah, we actually took the boat out at this same spot I'm at right now. We went downriver a little ways.
Okay. So is that the first fish you caught since that day?
Yep, this is the first time I went fishing since last Sunday.
Okay.
Saturdays and
Yeah, the
Sundays is
bite.
my only free time right now, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the bite has been super tough on the Mississippi, man. For me now, like I caught that 20-pounder this morning. To me, catching a 20-pounder is like me catching a 60 now because it's just so hard to get any of the big ones off the river right now down here where I'm at. I know Jerry's still catching a few every now and then, but
Oh yeah,
not like he was. You know, last year, dude, he was just like killing it.
I seen he did
Don't
pretty
get me
good
wrong.
yesterday though.
I caught one cotton picking fish. I fished Jerry killed it yesterday. He did great. But I fished the whole tournament. I had an hour to go. And I said, man, I'm going to skunk this tournament unless I move. And I went down to a spot where I knew I could get on a smaller fish, but I knew I could catch something. So just to save my butt from being a skunk, I moved. And in the last hour, I pulled up a little 2.5-pounder, I think it was. It was enough to keep me from skunking, but I had no choice. I had to move to that spot. But I was fishing one of the big monster holes where I normally fish to catch the big ones, and they just weren't having it. I didn't get a single bite there. I'd probably been better off to come here yesterday. I think my chat is froze up. Oh, there it goes. Oh, Lord.
I just weighed my net, so that fish would have been 14.6 exactly.
Okay. That's a good fish, though.
Hey, he smoked it. I needed that fish. I've skunked out the past 6 or 7 trips now, besides that little 6-pounder last weekend.
Yeah.
I'm going to get rebaited and cast it back out there.
Get it done, buddy. Get it done. I don't know if Parker's fishing this afternoon or not. I talked to him yesterday. I haven't talked to him today. He's got me watching my rods now. Current in Missouri is moving. Yeah. You know, a lot of times when it seems like when this water gets shallower, the shallower it gets, the faster this current's rolling. Or it seems like it to me.
Yeah, I thought I better check that other rod he got me wrapped up around, and it got me hung up on something. It broke off almost instantly.
Oh yeah, dude,
I'm
it's
gonna
the
get
same
baited
thing
up and retire rig.
yeah, because this spot here, if the fish goes across your lines, he drags it through the bottom and drags it, gets hung on rocks every time. And then you gotta wind up reeling your other rods in and breaking them off and retying. It's just a process you gotta go through when you catch a fish in these spots like this. You're gonna get wrapped up every now and then. I may turn this camera around where I can watch the screen and watch the rod at the same time. Boy, spinning my neck around is really killing my shoulder too. Yeah, I know how much y'all love looking at my pretty face, but just to save me spinning my neck around a whole lot and aggravating that, I'm going to set this camera up where I can see you guys and watch them rods at the same time. Let me get this adjusted here. I'll flip this camera over. I'll do that. What did I do? I thought I kicked myself out for a minute. There we go. Now I'm keeping on chat, keeping on these rods at the same time. That's better. Y'all see them rods all right? I can't see the screen well enough to know if I got it on them or not. I think I do. I'm guessing here. I'm just pointing the phone toward it and letting it go. I may pull that first rod in here in a minute and pick that shad off there and try one of them creek chubs, see if we can't get something on it. Switch the bait up a little bit. Like I said, they've been biting mostly on shad here. That's what I caught most of my fish on. So I'm kind of sticking to the shad as much as possible. Letting it do its thing. I'm really wanting to break this curse. Like I said, I fish stand day on Sunday morning, and then I do my show afterwards. And we fell into a pattern where I either catch a fish on his channel or on my channel. Well, we caught a blue cat on stand day this morning. I really want to break that pattern. I want to see one of these rods go down and see if we can't catch fish on my show. Last week I didn't catch nothing on stand day and got one on my show. This week caught one on stand day. We got to break that pattern. That's what we're trying to do. We want to see another fish on the board today. Oh, did we lose him? Looks like I lost him off the screen. Let's see here. Let me try to drop that link again. That way he don't have to go back and find it. All right, brother. There's the link again. If you I wonder if he knows if he even fell off or not. He might not even know. He might not know he fell off the screen. If anybody else out there wants to come on up, you can come on up too. We ain't afraid to have you up here, whether you fishing or not. If you want to come up and hang out, come on up. There goes the eagle flying over that island. I'll tell you what, I got rained on a little bit this morning with that wind blowing. I was getting kind of chilly. I thought I was going to go up and get my jacket, but now I got that sun beating on the back of my neck. Kind of getting hot. Come on, fishes. You know I'm actually trying harder whenever I turn the camera around where I can stare at the rods while I'm staring at the camera too. Most of the time I just don't give a crap. I'll be looking at the camera and not looking at the rods. Of course, I've caught more fish doing that than I have watching the rods. That's the weird thing about it. Most of the fish I catch, I'm not looking at the rods, and I turn around and look, and boom, the rod will be bent down. It's happened to me more often than not. This old saying, a watch pot never boils, huh? Woo, yeah, we got the surprise partner tournament coming up next Saturday. Next Saturday. I am really excited about it. I can't wait to see who I get paired up with. The thing about it is, if they announce something they have been doing for the past couple of years, they usually announce on Thursday night who your partner is going to be. Depending on who I get will determine where I go to fish. Exactly. I don't need to strain. Yeah, that was starting to hurt a little bit when I was looking at the camera and I'd turn my head to look at the rods. Like I said, I've got some medications that kind of numb that pain, but I was sitting there, looking back and forth, looking back and forth. I was starting to feel it a little bit, so I decided to turn the camera around where you guys can see the rods, and you know, it's a little bit easier on me versus y'all sitting there staring at me and the rods. Of course, if you fish a bite, you'll get to see all of me you want, and then some. There he is. Got you back, buddy.
I'm back.
I'm glad you finally came up here though, because I was starting to wonder if I was gonna be able to catch a fish on this live stream or not. And there's some days I can use all the help I can get.
I hear you there, especially the way it's been here lately.
I know, man. People just don't realize how tough the fishing is on this river. It's starting to turn into the Ohio. And I'm not dogging the Ohio out either. Dude, the commercial fishermen there have tore that river up so bad. It's hard to catch a fish up there. So the guys that are actually catching fish, you don't understand just what an accomplishment that is. That takes a little bit extra effort to catch a fish, and for them to do it, my hat's off to them. I know Jerry was trying to decide if he wanted to fish in the boat or on the bank next Saturday. I told him, I said, dude, we are so short on bank anglers, you need to hit the bank. So he's definitely going to be on the bank again. He'll probably use the boat to get to his spots, but he's going to be on the bank. Well, Muskrat, you're one of the people that I'm talking about. That you got to be a pretty daggum good fisherman to go on the Ohio and catch fish right now. And it's not because the Ohio sucks. It's because all the stuff that's been done to it. So to catch a fish on the Ohio, you're good. So that was no way, shape, or form an insult toward the Ohio River or the people that fish it. It's actually probably one of the best compliments I could give you. Let's see, we're probably glad you're not fishing my local lake. Nothing there to catch, even the carp are gone. Well, that sucks. That's another thing here. I don't get into a lot of politics and stuff on my show, and I won't now. But just based on the economy and the price of food and stuff, I've seen over the past couple of years, there's been more and more and more people that are coming out here fishing, and they're keeping everything they catch. And I've seen people doing it that normally wouldn't do that. But everything's so daggone expensive now. If you can go out and catch a fish, catch a bunch of fish, and get a couple of meals out of it and save a little money off your bank account, there's a lot of people doing that here now. I mean, a lot, way more than there has been. And I've seen people that the whole point of coming out is they're trying to put a couple of meals on the table without having to empty the bank account. You know what I'm saying? So that's had a big effect over the last 2 years of all the fish taken out of here. I mean, there's people that's actually under the illusion that, the Mississippi River is, it's the biggest river in the United States. And you see something that big, well, in your mind, you convince yourself that, there's probably millions and billions of fish out there. Me taking home some every time I go fishing, it ain't gonna affect it none. Well, it does when you got everybody doing it. But at the same time, who can afford? You can't afford to go buy fish in the store. I'm gonna tell you that. It's too freaking high. If you want a catfish dinner, you better go catch it. You sure don't want to buy it. Costs too much. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just hoping that everything goes the right way and prices go down and fishing will be great. I think it's gonna take a few years for this river to recover though. Plus, I think the drought, 3 years of this crap, I've definitely seen it, the effect of it on the fish population. Uh, in the spots I normally catch them, they're deep, deep, deep water. They're all shallow now. I don't know if the fish are. I'm not saying that they're gone. I'm just saying they're not here. They moved. When I say gone, that doesn't mean that they're not in the river anymore. They're still in the river. They moved.
Hey, and this barge pulled right up in front of me. You see that?
I'm gonna look. Now, dude, I've had him in this spot right here. One time he rammed the bank and cut my lines. So I've had it way worse than that. In this very spot, one time I was doing a line and a barge pulled up on me and he slammed into the bank and he cut every one of my lines. I had 6 rods out. And I tried to reel them in underneath the barge and it got caught up in the rocks with him sitting on them and broke me off on 6 rods.
Yeah, he ain't that close, but you know, he's pretty close though.
I've literally in this spot had him ram the bank and pull up on it, and the guy in front throw a rope out, and the guy on the bank would have a cable there, and he would winch that cable down, and they'd pull up here and dock that barge right on the bank right here where I'm sitting.
Yeah, I put on a show for these boys. There's about 10 people up here on this bank. Watched me catch that 15-pounder earlier. One of them came down. I was talking to him for a minute. Putting on a show for these old boys down here, though.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't gonna lie.
Go check out your channel. They can watch it right now if they wanted to. So.
Yeah. But there's been a lot of times. I'm not the kind of person that goes out of my way to hide a fishing spot that I'm in. No, I'm pretty generous about telling people exactly where I'm at. With that being said, though, if I'm on the bank and I hook up on a really good fish and he's bending the rod, and I look up and I see somebody coming by in a boat that's out catfishing, I'll drop slack on that fish and put it back in the rod holder until they're gone. I don't want them seeing me reel that fish in because sure enough, they'll turn around and whip right in there where you're at. I'm like, we're just going to let this fish swim around for a minute until this boat goes by. And after they go by, you'll start reeling them in again. I've lost a few doing that, but I ain't lost no fishing spots because of it.
Yeah, it's no secret down here. If you're a local down here, I'm fishing right next to a boat ramp, so it ain't much of a secret where I'm at down here. So.
Well, I know Jerry Parker has come down here and fished with me and Richard Cluck before, and there was one time we were doubled up on a catfish, and we looked up and saw a boat coming toward us, and everybody put the rods in the rod holder and opened the bail and let it line out until he went by, and then we grabbed him back up, closed it up, and started reeling fish in again. It was like trying to hide that fish, we didn't want to see it. Rod Fox, what's up, buddy? We got one fish on the live stream so far. Nice little 14-pound blue cat.
Yep, that made it worth the trip for me today, so I'm happy.
Oh yeah.
I seen him hit it once. I was trying to get this dang mute button to unmute. I was like, oh shit, I think I got it hit. And then finally got it unmuted. About that time, he smoked it. He bent it over real good.
Well, you know,
That was on the
last
Mad
Sunday.
Cat Surge ride.
Oh, nice. Well, last Sunday I was sitting here in this exact spot, and I was doing my live stream, and my screen was messing up. So I said, "All right, guys, I'm going to refresh the screen." And I hit the refresh button, and while the screen was black and it was had the little circle in the middle, it was refreshing. I looked over and the rod was bent over in half. I'm like, "You got to be freaking kidding me!" And I had to sit there and wait for the screen to refresh. And whenever it came back on, I jumped up and ran to the rod and caught the fish. I'm like, "Okay." But I just knew that fish was going to get off before that screen got finished refreshing. But that was just last Sunday when that happened. There's a lot of folks that's in here now that was there when that happened. I said, "Man, my screen's all weird and stuff. I'm going to refresh." And when I hit that button, I guarantee you, as soon as I hit that button, that rod went down. I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me?" Fished all morning without a bite. And as soon as I hit that and turned that camera off to refresh, that freaking rod went crazy. Yeah, the bites have been so bad here that lately that um, a lot of people say, "Why don't you move? Why don't you move?" I said, "Because I've tried pretty much every spot I could think of, and it's bad everywhere." So now I'm at the point where you just basically bait the rods up, throw them out, and wait, and eventually you'll get on something. It just takes forever.
Hey, that's the name of the game. Sit and wait, ain't it?
That's it. I mean, you're not gonna unless the bite picks up. You're not gonna sit there and just pull in tons and tons of fish. But if you'll throw those rods out, stay on that spot, stay on it, no matter how long it takes, you'll eventually pick one up. You just got to be able to stick with it. Any creek mouths around you? Yeah, there's actually one way upstream around that corner. I used to fish there a lot, but there's some guys in jacked up four-wheel drive trucks have tore the road up so bad that you can't get down there anymore. It's too far to walk for me. Uh, I'd have to make about 6 trips carrying gear, and it's like a mile and a half. It's just too far for me to try to get all that stuff down there. Because usually by the end of the day, that's when you're just wore out and tired. And the last thing you want to do is knowing that you got to pack all that gear up and knowing that you got to make anywhere from 3 to 6 trips to get it back to the truck. I just don't have the energy for it, not anymore. But that creek mouth, I fished there quite a bit. Uh, Shot a lot of videos there. Matter of fact, um, it, I know people get tired of hearing it, but if you look back to when I caught that piebald that had the question mark on its head, that is where a creek mouth dumps into the Mississippi in that spot right there. That's where I caught that piebald that everybody knew about. My most famous piebald of them all, the question mark one. I caught him. It's up around the river there. You go around that bend, and there's a creek mouth that dumps in right there. But I can't get to it anymore. You can't drive back there. The road's too tore up. I'll get stuck.
Yeah, I'm on the Mississippi today. I'm up above Tower Rock right now.
Oh, you are?
Yep. Fishing
I
next
don't
to
know a whole
a
lot of.
private boat ramp.
Oh, I know exactly where you're at. Me and Parker fished there one time before. There's like a little bitty, when you're sitting on the bank, there's a little bitty, like creek or what do you want to call it, off to your left there that comes in there. Yeah,
You talking about that creek?
that's what I'm talking about. I know exactly where you're at. I've only fished there one time with Jerry Parker.
That's a nice boat ramp.
Oh, it is. I've been there. Like I said, the one and only time that I fished there with Jerry Parker, we were sitting down there and had a lawn chair set up, and some people pulled up there to the parking lot of the boat ramp, and they let their dog out. Man, this is a big old freaking dog too. And he come running down there. He's a friendly dog. He wasn't mean or nothing. But Jerry had his tackle bag, his backpack sitting on the ground, and I had my bait cooler sitting there. That dog peed all over Jerry's backpack, and he peed all over my bait cooler. I was sitting there laughing because Jerry had his back to the dog, and I looked over. That dog had its leg hiked up in the air, and then he was just pissing all over Jerry's backpack. And I started laughing. He goes, "What are you laughing about?" I said, "Turn around and look." And Jerry tried, "You son of a..." Mad dog pissed all over Parker's backpack. It was freaking hilarious. And I was sitting there a few minutes later trying to look, and he was peeing on my damn bait cooler. I said, that dog's got to go, man. This spot for me is a mouth right next to the power plant. But you can only get there by boat. Yeah. Are you making your Florida trip this year, Danny? Oh God, I wish I was, John. Dude, we've been budgeting our money as best we can. It's probably at least another year before I make it back down to Florida. Oh man, there goes that boat there, man. He is all enclosed. Oh, that's Coast Guard. I ain't never seen them out here. That's a first. Daggum Coast Guard boat. I've never seen one of them on the river here in my life. Yeah, it does suck. I tell you what, I am Florida deprived right now. I'm Florida deficient. It's like having a vitamin C deficiency. I've got a Florida deficiency. I need to get back down to Florida so bad. I can't stand it. You know, with the kids all grown up and moved off and everything, uh, I've actually been trying to talk to my wife about going to Florida in December, but we won't be able to do it this year. Maybe next year, but I plan on trying to do a trip before then. I'll try. Just see how the money's sitting on it.
I think I'm gonna check out a couple of these other rods, maybe reposition them. They ain't had much action since I've been out here, so might freshen up on some bait and relocate.
I'm going to redo that first rod. I'm going to put a creek chub on her and take that shad off. Yeah, John, that attracted us to thinking about going to Florida in December around Christmas time. Dude, the boats down there around the Panhandle, they they put lights all up, Christmas lights all over their boats, and that's something my wife's wanting to see. She's like really into all that crap. Where you get to see all the boats out there at night with the Christmas lights all flashing on them and stuff. She's been really wanting to do that. Crappies and bass are spawning in December. Really? Well, you know me, man. I'm gonna be down there on the Panhandle on the beach, trying to catch something there. Well, he's rebaiting his stuff. I'm gonna pull that first rod and put a creek chub on there real quick. So I'm gonna rebait that rod. If it ain't hung up, it might be hung up in the rocks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's hung up. Yeah, we're gonna lose that rig. Hung up in the rocks. Dadgummit. Oh, that's a tough line. Woo, man, that's burning my hand. I can't break the cotton picking line. Oh, crap. Dude, I can't break that stuff. What the heck? That's just 40-pound Berkeley big game. And I can't break it. I got it then. Whew. That's some tough line. Yep, lost the whole rig. I'm gonna tie up another one real quick. I had a funny feeling that line had gotten them rocks. Got an 80-pound mono leader here. I hate tying this crap. I wish I had a gripper set for this. I'm gonna have to get me one of these days where I can crimp these rigs. Them boys over there shooting again. Come on now. What are you doing to me? Just keep waiting on one of them rods to go down. Hopefully it will. Oh, I think I've already got a. I should have a weight in here with a leader already tied on it. I hope. Oh, look. Whew, that's a 5 ounce. I don't want to throw anything that heavy out there. Where'd all my fours go? There's one. You know what? Do I got? I'm gonna use that cotton picker thing right there. There we go. I'm gonna put one of these homemade weights on here and save my good ones for another day. Yeah, that's one of the that's one of my homemade weights I made out of the weights off of the casting net that tore up. I don't mind losing them in these rocks. I don't mind it near as much as I do losing the lead ones. I hate losing lead out here. It's too hard to come by anymore. Let's throw a creek chub on there and see if that will switch the bait up. But yeah, there's a basic three-way rig that I'm running. Break that weight off and you keep your fish. He's not real big, but we got some of these baby creek chubs right here. That there finally died. I got him packed on ice. And we'll throw that out there whole, see if something will eat it. Rig him up just like that. Yeah, back in action. Yeah, I had a funny feeling that rod was stuck up in the rocks. He's lost again. Let's get him back. There we go. Let's see. We have Christmas parade in the water. All the snowbirds up and down the canals down and decorate their pontoons. Nice. Yeah, we've seen pictures of it. My wife really wants to go down there and see that. Like, I'm gonna fix it and come and have an extra money for everything. It's hard. I hear you, brother. Me too. It's way tougher than it used to be, but we just gotta work through a few things, and then things will get better. And just rebaited that rod. What time we got here? 1:38. It is 1:38 my time, and we've been alive for 1 hour and 38 minutes. So we got that synced up pretty good. We'll give it as much time as we can. See if we can't get on something. Fishing fever! Austin, what's up? Hey everyone, cooking and watching on the TV. How's the bite? It is bad, 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 buddy. I caught a 20-pounder on stand day this morning, and haven't caught anything since. But Mr. Zepco there just landed a 14-pound blue just a little while ago. And he's up there fishing around Jerry Parker land. Twisted
Dang
Ginger,
Skippy.
good afternoon. I hope y'all have a great day. You too, brother. Thanks for coming in. Bite's been really slow, so not been a whole lot of excitement now, but we do have one fish on the live stream so far. Yeah, I was hoping I landed that 20-pounder on stand day this morning. This is going to be a good day. But there's something about this particular hole right here, this deep hole in Mississippi. Generally, you can pull one or two fish out of it, and that's it. You come back a week later, you can pull one or two out of it, and then that's it. But this is the spot where on Jody's show, I caught a 39-pound flathead out of here on Jody's show one night. Oh man, this dude is coming right up on me here. Check this out. Where do you see this boat? Oh, he's turning off from me. I was hoping to get close enough. You guys get a better look at it. Now that's the kind of catfish boat I want right there. I would love to have that with rod holders on the back of it. It would make my day, I promise you.
Yeah, I'd like to have one like that.
Yeah, that big, huge cabin on it. That thing had a huge cabin on it. I think he's running. I didn't get close enough to see. He's got twin motors on the back of it though, but they sound like they got a little bit of something on them for power. You know what I'm saying? Sound like got a little bit of a power plant working for him on the back of that boat. Yeah, he was heading right at me, and he saw me fishing and turned off. And that's mighty nice of him. He was going to run right up through here, and he saw me sitting here, and he turned and went away. Most boaters wouldn't do that. I mean, a lot of them come through there and they kind of slow down and ease past you. But you don't see very many of them that'll actually turn and go around you so that they're not bothering you. Now watch that, I said that and now he's coming back. Heading straight at me.
He said, "What'd you say about me?"
Yeah, he's probably watching Dan Stone show. You know how it is. That is a nice freaking boat, though. I would love to have a setup like that. When we started pouring rain, you just go inside and watch the rods out the back window. I don't know how well y'all can see that thing. Good Lord, is he going to come right up here on top of me now? Survey 1. Oh, dude, he's mapping the river. They're mapping the river so that they can put out buoys. That's exactly what he's doing. It says on the side, a survey boat. So he's going right through there and finding where the channel is so they can, and what they'll do is they'll go through and on the GPS and they will drop pins. That's why he's zigzagging back and forth. He'll go through and he'll drop pins on the map, and then they'll know where, when they come in here to put in new buoys, they know where to drop them at. So that's what he's doing. Yep, mapping. I wish they would put the cotton picking information from his boat on Navionics, because we've got very little, even up there where you're fishing at, there's very little information from Navionics on the Mississippi River. You know, I don't think I've had a single barge go by today. Not one.
I don't know if you can see it, but I got this little tiny thing just sitting out there in front of me right now.
Yeah, we can see it.
Just been sitting there the entire time.
Come on, fish. He's watching my live stream. He may be, but honestly, he's yeah. See, he's crisscrossing back and forth, and what they're doing is they're dropping pins on that GPS to know where to move the buoys, because the river's still dropping, so they have to move them in closer to the channel. And he's going back across again, back and forth, back and forth. That's what he's doing. And that chute he's going up into now that goes around that island, that is one of the best catfishing spots out there. Right up in there, in that spot right up in there. But you have absolutely no phone signal there. None. I would love to go up in there and take you guys on a fishing trip up in there, but man, you just can't do it.
That's how the best spots are, though.
I may have to one week just instead of doing a live show, just go up there and shoot footage and then come back and make a production video out of it, just so you can see. But some of the best catfishing you can get on is around that edge of that island right there. I mean, there's some good spots up in there. Thompson's Bait and Tackle, what's up? I seen you got my sticker on the door of the bait shop there, buddy. I appreciate it. And he got the, he's actually got a couple of Coda catfishing stickers. And as of right now, you're the only person in the world that has those stickers. Nobody else has got them. Yeah, you're the first person that we've sent any of those stickers out to. If it's like Missouri, they can't post river stats because the channel changes every year. It is, Michael. You know what? Me and Richard Cluck discussed that, and we figure that they can't really do navionics here because it just constantly changing. Yep, and Shelby's got one. I would love to get down here in Richard Cluck's boat and fish that current seam right there. Just spot lock on that current seam out there. I guarantee you that's where the big cats are at. Right there at the edge of that fast water.
I got another big barge coming down in front of me right now.
Yeah, I almost think that there's something going on for him to be out here surveying the river channel, because I haven't seen a single barge go by all day long, and this river may have dropped so low. There's been times that they've shut it down to barge traffic. They just completely closed it off to barge traffic. And what a
be on
lot
a
of
rise
people don't realize, yeah, it's supposed to be. A lot of people don't realize if you shut down barge traffic on the Mississippi River, it has an effect coast to coast on pricing, because you wouldn't believe what all is shipped down this river. That if they can't get shipped, then supply and demand, price goes up. And it's mostly like grain, like corn, soybeans, wheat, stuff like that. If you shut down barge traffic and they have to start trucking that stuff, it costs way more money, and the price goes up on everything from bread to all that stuff. Anything that's got corn in it, price goes up. Corn oil, cornmeal, price goes through the roof because they shut down the Mississippi River. So it's an important river, not just to me, but to everybody. You just don't realize it. It has a huge effect on the economy and pricing on what the Mississippi River is doing. Yeah, cereals, all that stuff. If they can't haul that grain down this river, they still get it to where it's got to go, but they have to ship it by truck. And trust me, it takes a lot of trucks to haul what one barge is hauling. So the Mississippi River is not just important to me. It's important to every one of you out there. Very important. Shelby didn't move yet. Her mom's talking about it, though. Michigan in December. Oh, man, I hate that. I can't imagine life without Shelby for all of us. But for you, brother, my heart goes out to you. It absolutely does. I couldn't imagine if you told me that My granddaughter Coda was moving off so far that I only get to see her like once a year or something. Yeah, it'd be devastating to me. And my wife, she couldn't take it. Quaker Oats and General Mills in Davenport, Iowa. Exactly.
But yeah, my excitement for the week, I got to watch the battery plant explode in town. That was pretty exciting to say the
Dude,
least.
I saw that. Um, I saw the pictures of it. When that battery plant exploded up there where you guys live, man, it filled the sky with smoke. Joshua Parham, can I have the link,
Yeah,
please? You sure can, sir. Give me a second, I'll drop
that
it for you.
happened in Fredericktown. That's where I live at.
Yeah.
The hat factory I work at's about 2 minutes from there. I had just went on break at work and I went out back and I seen the one big explosion go off and I was like, holy hell. It's
Yeah, I
crazy,
saw the
dude.
pictures of it and I thought, man,
It's crazy.
there you go, Joshua. Slap that link, buddy. You know, with that battery plant exploding, um, the first thing that crossed my mind was terrorist attack. That was a big battery plant they blew up, or that blew up.
That place wasn't even a year old, I don't think.
Yeah. They employed a lot of people, though. Thompson Outdoors, or Thompson Bait and Tackle says, is that Mr. Zebco who invented the Zebcos?
Hey Danny, how are
Welcome
you
in,
doing?
Joshua. I'm
Good.
doing
How you
great,
been
brother. How you
doing?
doing?
I'm doing good. How are
Doing
you
great.
doing?
I'm doing all right.
Are you
I
feeling?
gotta go talk to a neurosurgeon on the 12th. We'll see how I'm doing after that.
Okay, cool.
But, right now, I'm well enough to go fishing, and that's all I need.
That's good. I heard you were down for a little bit. I was wondering how you were doing.
I'm slowed down, but I'm not stopped.
That's good.
It's gonna take a lot to shut me down completely.
Yes, sir. Pepco, how are you doing?
I think he's got his mic muted because he's got a whole lot of wind.
Okay.
I'm doing all right. Caught one little one so far.
Nice.
Waiting on Danny to catch one.
You may be waiting a while. I've got to where I catch one a week now. Well, actually, I caught one yesterday and one today, so I've already exceeded my limit. I still think the night bite is is the ticket. To be honest with you, but
How'd you do
I just ain't got
yesterday,
the energy
Dan?
to do this tonight.
How'd you
Yesterday,
do
I caught
yesterday,
one
Danny?
fish during tournament. I caught one fish during tournament.
Oh, nice. At least you got. At least you caught something.
Yeah, we didn't skunk. We had to make a move in the last hour because I knew I wasn't going to get nothing where I was at. So I packed
Yeah.
up everything, made a quick move, and went to a spot where I knew I'd catch a fish. I knew it was going to be a small fish, but it's better than nothing. So I made
Yes,
a move
sir.
and just pulled one out of the water.
I've been praying for you, Danny.
Well, I appreciate it, brother. How's your sister doing?
Good. She's doing awesome. Thank you for asking.
Good. Glad to hear that. Well, tell her I said hi when you see her.
I will. I just wanted to come up and see how you were doing. I knew you were in some pain and not feeling very well. Just wanted to come up here and see how you were doing.
Yeah. I'm still going, brother. But like I said, I don't know when they're going to do surgery, but I will be going for a consultation on the 12th, and we'll find out a little more from there. Hopefully they don't.
Alrighty.
Hopefully they don't do anything that puts me out of commission for a while. We'll see.
Yes, sir. I'll be praying for you either way.
All right, brother. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
That's a great kid, Joshua Perham and his sister. I met them at CatCon, and his sister drew a picture for me that I still got hanging on the wall at the house. And I had a picture of me and Jerry Parker fishing together that she drew. And she made me really big and Jerry Parker really small. And I think, I love that girl. Oh, she's a sweetheart. Won't be tied down much. I'll come fish with you. We'll set something up, Thompson. When we work out something where you come over and fish with us, I'll make sure that we got Jerry Parker and Richard Cluck. We'll try to get Josh Dunnigan down here. Now, anytime anybody comes up to fish with me, I always try to get all the guys together and get them to come over. That way they get to meet all them people and spend the day with them too. So that way it's just not me. You get the bonus round. You get to meet Jerry Parker from Parker Pursuits. You get to meet Richard Cluck from Fishing and Freedom. Josh Dunnigan from the Weekend Angler. We bring all those guys around when we go fishing with somebody.
That's one person I want to fish with is old Richard. I mean, I feel like me and him can talk about music all night long.
Dude, he is one of the easiest going guys you'll ever meet. Richard is laid back, brother. He's a real Christian guy. He's got a huge heart. He's one of the guys that, if you ever got into bad trouble on the river, Richard would hook his boat up and he would be there, no questions asked, no matter what time of day or night. If you're in trouble, if you're hurt or something like that, dude, he's on his way. I promise you. And he wouldn't even think twice about it. But yeah, as far as all my friends, Richard probably has one of the biggest hearts of all the guys that I fish with here locally. Richard Cluck is one of the. I have a lot of admiration for Richard. He's a great guy. Love him to death. Yes, he's very respectful person
all the time.
Now, Parker's a butthole.
I met him randomly on the river a couple summers ago.
Parker's one of the best friends you could have, but Parker's a pain in the butt. He's like the opposite side of Coin Richard. As far as just aggravating the crap out of you, that's Jerry Parker. But man, I wouldn't trade knowing Jerry Parker for nothing. I wouldn't. Absolutely wouldn't. It's an honor and a pleasure to be friends and fish with Jerry Parker when I get to do it.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. I mean, he's knowledgeable on most things I ask him about, whether it's day or night, he'll just shoot me a message back usually. And I consider him a good friend of mine. Just
100%.
Never know who you meet on the river, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, Parker's come down here and fish with us. Oh God, I couldn't count how many times he's been down here, and we go up and fish with him every now and then. It's about a 2-hour drive for us back and forth, but we try to get together every now and then.
About 45 minutes away from me, so.
Dude, I've been talking about it off and on every live stream that I've been doing lately. But we do on New Year's Eve day, we always do the Jerry Parker's New Year's Eve Baldwin Bash. You really need to make that this year, if you can. You need to try to come to that.
If it's on a Saturday or Sunday, it'd probably be possible.
Well, it'll be New Year's Eve day. It won't be New Year's Day. It'll be New Year's Eve. And what I like about it here is I can fish with Jerry until the bowling closes at 7 or 4. I can't remember. I think it closes at 4 in the wintertime. I've still got plenty of time to pack up, drive 2 hours, be home, and spend New Year's Eve with my wife. Michael says, Danny, I haven't been catfishing since my auto accident in 2016. I hate to hear that, Michael. That sucks, dude. But we'll always try to be here for you to, you just turn on YouTube and you can fish with us, buddy. You're welcome anytime. Where are you headed? I got lines thrown straight out that way. They're throwing parallel to the bank, right down through there. Do what? It does. It's pulling hard too. Yeah, that current's wicked today.
You get some company?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I reeled in that one earlier. There's about 9 or 10 people sitting up there on the hill cheering me on and hollering. Once I got him in the net, hooping and hollering for me.
Yeah. Well, where he's
Been a pretty good day.
Well, where he's setting up at, he's gonna throw right across all 3 of my lines. Yeah, he gonna get me. He's gonna make a point to go out next year. I hope you do, Michael. We'll be looking for you. Not good. Well, if he starts snagging me a lot, I'll just shut this down and go home. Yeah, my lines are thrown out. Let me get this here. My lines are thrown out right off that point right there. They're there, there, and there. He's gonna set up right there and throw straight out across all 3 of them. Guarantee it. He's gonna get all 3 of my lines. And I'm just gonna sit here and wait for it to happen. Yep, we start getting snagged up. We'll pack it up and go. The life of a bank angler. What's sad about it? There's 20 miles of bank on the Mississippi River where I'm at. Let's just wait, see what happens. Man, they're using the Zebco reels too. Zebco 202s. Wonderful.
I like me a good old Zebco now.
Yeah, it's a little bit underpowered for on that right now, though.
All had to start somewhere, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I think
I like my pens a lot more though.
Yeah, 90% of us probably started out with the old Zebcos.
Right.
The first rod and reel any kid gets is usually a Zebco. They've been around for a long time.
I had one of them Scooby-Doo poles. I remember that was one of my first ones.
Really? All right, here we go. Bloop. Right in the water, right through. Those 808s, you know what? I never did like the 808s to me because the gear ratio on them, they were just so stiff. And I mean, it was like 1-to-1 gear ratio on those things. Now, one of my favorite Zebco 202s is actually not a 202. I used to have a Zebco 33, and it was a real old reel that belonged to my dad. That it was all steel, none of that plastic crap. It was a Zebco 33. The housing was made out of steel. All the parts were made out of steel, and I still got that thing somewhere. But I reeled in some really big fish. I'm talking 30, 40 pounders on that Zebco 33. And the reason I quit using it is because it had like a pin. When you push the detent button, there was a pin in there on the spool that would pop down and let the line fly out. And then when you turn the reel, the pin would pop back up. Well, between my dad using it all those years and me using it all them years, it cut a groove in that pin, and it started cutting the line when I'd get a fish on there, because that pin had a groove cut in it from the line rubbing on it. Now, I'm sure you could probably replace that pin, But I just took that old reel that belonged to my dad and stuck it up on a shelf in the house and just save it for sentimental reasons. But I still got that old zip code 33.
Yeah, I caught about 9 or 10 blues one day last year up above the arch by one of them granaries up there. And they were
Oh,
all
they're fishing.
15 to 34 pound range. And
Yeah.
I mean, it
Hey,
was
check this
absolute
out.
blast. It was one of
Check
them
this out.
$55 Zepco combos with bait
Yeah.
button. Like it's a clicker, but it's got the bait button instead for the sound alert.
Now they're fishing right off the bank down there. They're only
I
throwing
had
out
an
about 20
absolute
feet.
blast catching them though.
She just hooked up, but it got off of her. Yeah, she had a rod bending good, but yeah, they're just fishing right off the bank. Probably channel cats. Here comes a canoe down the river, believe it or not. You'll see that canoe paddling out there, got two people in it paddling. That's something you'll never catch me doing. I would have done it when I was younger, but no way I'd do it now. You ain't getting me on a canoe on the Mississippi.
Ain't
That is
no way in
super
hell you see
sketchy.
me on canoe.
Yeah, they're on a canoe out there. That is way too sketchy for me. They're waving.
Yeah, I'm real
Man,
good at
that's too
flipping
much.
those.
And there goes an eagle flying over her head. Right on top of that canoe. Man, they are getting it. Paddling hard. That's too much work.
My experience, the few times I've been in a canoe, I flip that son of a gun every time.
If you flip it out there, you got a problem.
You ain't gonna see me out there in no canoe.
Oh, they just hit that current stream, man. They're flying now. Yep. I've grown up past all that. Have no desire to do it anymore. Michael, I have 3 of those, Danny. Post email and I'll send you one. Um, I don't know how to get off here and do that without screwing this up. But my email is all lowercase letters. It's dstone 1128 1965 at gmail.com. It's my name and my birthday. Said I'm too animated, especially by fishing from a kayak or canoe. You and me both, brother. I would flip a canoe or a kayak in a heartbeat.
Yeah, a buddy of mine I grew up with, he had a canoe back in the day, and the 4 or 5 times we took it out, I flipped that son of a gun every time.
Well, me and my cousin Austin last year, we put both of his kayaks on the river, but we stayed close to the bank and went upstream to an island and pulled up on that island and spent the night there fishing. We did pretty good too. Caught a bunch of flatheads and blues. I don't think we caught any channel cats that night. There was a couple of boats going out, going to do some cat fishing. Starting to get a lot of boat activity in the afternoon here now. Well, he's hooked up again down there.
Yeah, I got another one getting ready to come up river.
It got off on him. I don't know. He's getting some kind of bait out of a bag. He may be carp fishing. They've hooked up. They've been here 5 minutes and they've hooked up twice and lost them both times. So I don't know what he's throwing for bait, but I'm pretty sure he's at channel cat. Okay, it's all little letters, all lowercase. D Stone 11 28 19 65 at gmail.com. I had an old boy come down here the other day when I was fishing. And I'm throwing big baits way out there, uh, trying to catch the bigger fish. But he sat up here beside me, and dude, he threw out just a little spinning rod with worms on it, and he was just slaying the channel cats, man. I mean, he was catching little 2 and 3 pound channel cat about 10, 15 feet off the bank, and he was tearing them up. Is that correct, Manny? What correct? I don't see anything. Yep. Well, I'll be 59 on Thanksgiving Day. Yep, this year my birthday falls on Thanksgiving.
My birthday was 3 months ago to the day. 33 on the
Really?
3rd of August.
How old were you? You say 33?
I was 33 on the 3rd of August this year.
Oh, good Lord. I can't remember when I was 33. It seems like so long ago. YouTube must have censored it. I wrote your email address. So I've never seen them do that before. Bobby's birthday is next Sunday. Nice. What time we get to be? 2:21. I think we're gonna go till about 3 o'clock, and then we'll probably shut it down. We'll give it till 3 anyway. I need to get home, get me something to eat. All I had to do is 2 cups of coffee.
Yep. I had me a Frisco sandwich from Hardee's, and I headed down this way. I think I'm gonna put some fresh baits on one more time then.
Yeah. Well, we'll give it. Let's see, what is it? 38 more minutes. Yeah, it's 2:22. Isn't that the stand should be here? It's 2:22 my time right now. We'll give it another. That's 38 minutes. We'll give it 38 more minutes. Give it till 3 o'clock. We'll tell everybody bye and get on out of here. Give me plenty of time to get home, take my medication the way I'm supposed to take it, and relax, get something to eat, chill out for the rest of the day.
Yep, about an hour and 10 minutes for me to get back home. So
Yeah, it'll take me probably about 30 minutes to get all this gear packed up, get it in the truck, and then 25-minute drive home. So it's not too bad. Yeah, it actually takes me longer to pack up the gear and get it up this bank to the truck than it does to go home. Yeah, I think he's using some kind of stink bait for channel cats. I can't never keep that stuff on the hook here with the car as fast as it is. I think I got one piece of shad left. I'm gonna reel up that first rod there, take that creek chub off there, and put that last piece of shad on there. Ah, let's see if that helps us out any. This rod probably hung up. I'll wind up breaking off again. Oh, no, we got it out of there. Take that creek chub off there and put the shad on, see if that helps any. That'll be the last bait that I put on today. Hey, there's Jerry Parker. We've been talking about you several times today, buddy. I'll even throw in an old Johnson bait cast from the 40s. Huh, that'd be interesting to see. Spent the afternoon catching shad for the winter, going to be vacuum sealing shad for hours. Yeah, I hit a couple of my spots and throw the cast net on the way here. I managed to pull 2 shad out of them. Jerry, you know where those creeks are or the ditches are that I catch shad out of? Yeah, I threw the net on them and managed to pull 2 shad out of there. So they've moved out of there now. They're not there anymore. Oh God, allergies are starting to kick in. I do know a spot where me and Richard found where I can go get some giant gizzard shad. Some of them things 17 inches, 18 inches long. I do know a spot. I haven't hit that this year yet. It's usually a good wintertime spot for gizzard shad, big giant ones. I may go and check that out. Then it come down, holes are insanely full of them. Got a cooler so full, could barely get in the truck. Really? I may make a trip up there soon. I've been wanting to go up to Baldwin anyway, but I'm gonna probably go up to Baldwin at least one time before we do the New Year's Eve thing. I'll make one trip up there. I want to go and catch a bunch of catfish to put up for the winter. I like to have me a good old catfish fry in the wintertime. And I usually go up to Baldwin and catch me a bunch of them, put them up, have them ready to go. But I'll be up that way pretty soon. Come see you, Jerry. No, Johnson has no adjustments on it, but drag takes an expert to cast dang thing. I've got an old pin reel like that. I've got a pin Senator and uh, I can't remember what the other one is. Oh, a pin. Is it a 209 or a 309? I can't remember. I think it's a 309. They're actually uh, those reels are actually made for trolling, but you can in a pinch use them to cast. And I've got a pin Warfare. It's a great reel, but man, if you ain't got that thing adjusted perfectly, it will backlash on you every freaking time. I am out of Mountain Dew. I got nothing left to drink but water, and that's depressing. Better for me, though, in all honesty. The old boy's still over shooting them pigeons. They've been shooting them pigeons all day long. Yeah, it's starting to look like I was going to pull one fish out of this old hole today. But it was a good one. I'm happy with it. Yeah, as much as I love bank fishing, I ain't gonna lie, if I had a really good, really good boat and could move around on this river, I could really show y'all something. I used to run a john boat on this river. I wouldn't do it now though. That's when I was a lot younger. Yeah, we got another cloud moving in on us anyway, so we won't be here much longer no matter what. I start to feel a few sprinkles and sky's getting a little bit dark back that way. So we got some weather heading toward us. Be here quicker than we want it to, I promise you. Boat I want is an 18-foot John boat that's 3 feet deep. I used to have one of those and I sold it, and I wish to God I never had. I sold it to a guy who was a duck hunter, and he actually built a big, huge duck blind on it. But yeah, that was the dumbest thing I ever did was got rid of that boat. I wish I'd never got rid of it. That was a good. That was a good boat for the river. Yeah, I had that boat back when I was single, and money got tied on me one time, and the old boy come up and offered me probably about half of what that boat was worth, and I turned around and sold it to him. And uh, an hour after I sold it to him, I was sitting there regretting it. Got about 20 more minutes, and we'll call it quits, call it a day. Fish bites slowed down to practically nothing, for sure. I'm getting hungry. And I told my wife I'd be home before dark, so. But we still got 20 minutes to go. You never know. I always hold out hope that something will happen. Never give up. I've been bouncing around hitting different spots last few weeks trying to figure out, spots to fish the tournament. I found several holes where you can pull one or two nice fish out of there, but being on the bank, it makes it really hard to move. I mean, you can't just pack up and move real easily. I mean, once I set up, I'm pretty much set up. But I've yet to find a spot where I feel confident that I can sit there for a whole tournament and do well enough to make it worth going there. So we're probably going to be traveling a little bit next week. I may go up north, up toward Jerry Parker. I haven't decided yet.
Wind's getting me good.
Yeah, them clouds rolled in. That wind's starting to pick up a little bit more here too. I can't swim, so the deeper the better. Amen, brother. Because you get I used to run a little old 12-foot John boat on this river with a 5-horse Johnson. And I don't know how many times that thing would almost get swamped from the waves coming off of a barge. And I would be way away from it, and I'd have to look. I'd have to turn the bow of that boat toward them waves so it would bounce over them. If I was sideways or had the back of the boat toward the wave, it would sink that boat for sure. So you'd always turn the front of the boat toward the wave and just let it bounce you up and down on the river until they pass. It was always pretty scary. Man, I can't believe we haven't had a single barge come by today. Not one. This river must have been dropped really, really low. I don't know if it's reached the cutoff point or not. I don't know. They may have shut down the traffic to the river. Well, we spent a lot of time out here today just to catch one fish, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. You gotta play the cards that are dealt to you. But we're supposed to get a rise in the river within the next week or so. We'll start getting back into some of our normal fishing spots, and hopefully things will be a little bit better for us. Stanford, how's it going? It is going bad, buddy. I've caught the only fish I've caught today was on your dad's show this morning. Mrs. Zebco reeled in a nice little blue cat earlier on today, but I haven't caught a single thing since that one this morning. But that's generally how it goes. I either catch a fish on stand day or I catch a fish on my show afterwards. But I don't never catch a fish on both. I don't know. It's just some kind of curse that I've been trying to break. Mental health day. Yeah, every day I come out here, yes. That's your show too? Well, stand day. I mean, I'm not like your dad. I'm not trying to take your cup away from you. You're right. You're right. I stand corrected. That's your show too. Well, it's a good show. I do everything I can to be on it every Sunday. If I can't, I'm at least watching it. I promise you that. I think there's only been one time that that I didn't get to either be on or watch stand day in my life. I missed one episode. But 100%. I just couldn't imagine Sunday without stand day. And appreciate you and your dad. Um, been real dedicated about making sure that show happens. And it is without a doubt one of the top shows on YouTube for sure. And I got a feeling, I'm pretty sure it's probably getting nominated for live stream of the year at CatCon this year. A lot of competition out there though. But it wouldn't surprise me a bit if you guys win a medal for that one. I think you've been on more than me now. Well, if I have, that's something to be proud of, in my opinion. I'll definitely take that badge of honor proudly. I just can't stand it. There's been Sundays I woke up that didn't feel good, and I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna stay home today and not go to the river. And I'd be watching YouTube, and stand day'd come on, and I don't care how bad I felt, I just couldn't take it. I'd have to throw the rods in the truck and haul out of there and haul butt to the river and get going. There's been a lot of times I've just. The one time I even did a show where I was sitting at home and Stan remembers it. And I ran out there, set the camera up, and ran out there and loaded the truck in my long john. Stan loved that. I said, hang on, I got to get my clothes on and I'll be there. Well, for the clocks to move back, it sure is getting dark early today. I guess because, well, that has a lot to do with it right there. I got a lot of clouds coming at me. I think we're going to time this just right, where I get out of here before I get rained on. It's going to work out perfect. And I'm okay with that. Got about 9 more minutes. Everybody's popping or dropping out of here pretty fast too, so I don't blame them. I'm sure there's other live streams popping up right now, and probably got a little bit more action going right now than what I got going on, but that's okay. I said we'd give y'all till 3 o'clock. We're going to give you till 3 o'clock. One of my favorite shows I ever did, though, believe it or not. I was doing a live stream, and it was on New Year's Eve day, and I wanted to go out and catch the last fish of the year. It was in 2021, I think, and I fished all day long. Didn't get without a bite, not a nibble, and I started packing up all the gear and walking up the bank. And I told everybody there was 8 people. I started out with 50-something people watching. And it got down to the last 10 minutes before I was going to quit. And I told everybody, I said, all right, I'm going to carry all the gear up. I'm going to leave the rods out. And I'll come back down and tell you guys bye and close this down. And you watch me pick up a cooler and a couple other things and start walking up the bank. As soon as I turned my back, Black Betty went down and bent double. And I was halfway up the bank and looked back down there and ran back down to the bank and grabbed that rod and reeled up and got a 31.8-pound blue cat. I remember that very distinctly. And I had 7 people left watching. And one of them was LG Bass. He was in there. And he messaged me and said that he was really glad that he didn't leave like everybody else because He got to see me catch that fish in the last minute. So we accomplished our goal of catching one more fish before the year was over. And it was a beautiful 31.8 pound blue cat. I actually, that's one of my favorite episodes that I did is last fish of 2021. Yeah, I got home and watched the footage on that. And I didn't realize it until I got home. But while I was holding up that fish and talking about it, I had another rod behind me that bent down and doubled up and then just went slack. And when I came and reeled that rod up, it was broke off, and I never did figure out what was going on until I got home and watched the footage. I actually had another fish hook up while I was showing off that 31 pounder, and it broke the line and got away, and I didn't even know it until I got home and rewatched the footage. Oh, that aggravated me a little bit. I thought, why couldn't I have just turned around in that moment and caught that second fish? But I was happy with the one I got, so no complaints. We set a goal that day, and we accomplished it, and I'm happy with that. I'm good with it. And for all you guys watching, make sure you don't miss the River Cats Tackle Show tonight on Lance McCougai's channel. Comes on at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern, I think. But that'll be on Lance McCougai, the Hawaiian fisherman, the River Cats Tackle Show. We get on there and talk about a lot of different stuff, talk about new products we got coming out. And we have a pretty good time. I thought it was really good at spotting the takedowns until I rewatched a video. Yeah, exactly. Dude, I've got so many videos that I went home and watched, and the rod was going down behind me while I was holding up a fish and showing it, and there would be rods going off behind me, and I never knew it until I got home and rewatched the video. It's amazing how many takedowns I've missed. Yeah, it's starting to rain on me now, guys. It's starting to drizzle. There it comes. I'll tell you what, we've got 4 more minutes, but it's starting to rain on me. So I'm going to go ahead and, what the crap am I doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's starting to sprinkle on me. So I'm going to go ahead and end this and shut this down. All right. Yeah, I got raindrops. They're starting to fall. I'm going to go ahead and pick this camera up so it don't get wet and get out of here. I appreciate you guys hanging with me today. Like I said, the only fish I caught today was on stand day. Mr. Zebco come in here, and he did manage to catch one for us, so it wasn't a total bummer on the live stream day. We did get one fish on the stream. I was hoping we'd do better for y'all, but that's what we do. Hang on, he's still out there. There you go. I'm shutting it down, brother. I'm fixing to get rained
I
on.
keep getting kicked out anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah. But you got anything else to say before I get out of here?
Well, as always, it's always a good time talking to you.
Absolutely, brother. We'll get soon and fishing. I'm hoping you get to show up with Jerry Parker's show on Eve. I'd love to meet you there, shake your hand, and catch a few fish with you.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely try to make it there.
We'll make it happen one of these days.
Yeah. As usual, I'll be catching some fish up there to take home with me. So that's going to be all about, it's going to be a good time. And we don't know who all's going to show up. But you're more than welcome to show up there and hang out with us. I'll tell you that right now. I gotta get this camera adjusted. But I'm going to go ahead and pop it on solo screen, tell everybody bye, and we're going to get on out of here.
All right.
All right, that's it, guys. I'm going to get out of here. It's starting to rain on me. It is like 2 minutes till quitting time anyway. Thank you all for coming up and watching us. See you again. Next weekend is the surprise partner tournament. I am really excited about that. I can't wait to find out who I'm going to be fishing with. It's going to be a good time. It's something you ain't going to want to miss. I'm stumbling just to get out of here now. Let's just end it and be done with it. You're my brothers, you're my sisters, you're my catfish family. God bless each and every one of you. You know that Danny Stone loves you. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye, everybody. God bless you. Love y'all.